Hello, folks. Can you hear me? Let's see. Hello, everybody. Doesn't look like we're getting any game audio today. Let me fix that. There's a webcam, there's a chat. Now that's working. Now that's working. Here we go. System sound, digital audio interface. Okay, I think it might be coming through now. It's very quiet because it's just like whispers. So let's hit continue so we can get in the game and see if the game music will play. Alright. Looks like it's coming through. Let me know if it's too quiet, too loud, what have you. Thanks for joining us. We are playing The End of Deathmark, which is a horror visual novel. If you've not tuned in, we are investigating ghosts that commit murder, most foul. And we have a mark that has marked us for death. We have amnesia, can't remember who we are, and we're trying to solve the ghosts. We're doing tests right now. We're doing tests. Oh yeah, did I change my teammate? That was why we came back to the mansion. We need the musician. And now we have to go back and take a music test. This is the first one? Yes. Hello, Artemis, Slopsel, Whisper, Akatsuki, Angel, Tathareth. I hope I said that right. Hello, Aaron. Hello, everyone. Let's go take our music test and investigate the creepy science teacher murder ghost. Warnings for body horror and violence and nudity and all that jazz. Because this game's got it. Got all of it. I do think we should be able to beat it today. We're halfway through chapter 4 out of 5. And we should have a couple hours today. I do have to drive my niece home, so if we end up having to quit early for me to take her home, and then we will finish it sometime this week. Hopefully soon. I think we'll finish it today. Knock on wood. Hello, Great Scares. Hello, No One Special. It really does have all the CWs. It does! It even has the CW. No, it does not. What classroom did you want me to go in? Oh, thank you, Aaron. That's kind of you. Okay, I guess this is the... Take a glance at the problem sheet. I see what looks like music. Okay. Start the test. Maybe I didn't have to get the girl, but oh well. Do you have a favorite partner so far? I like the old lady. She's cool. And I like the grumpy cop guy. Have you ever considered giving acting a shot? It's not really viable where I am. I've done minor bits of indie voice acting in the past, but I just have not gotten any bites there. I've applied to a few things, but alas. It's not really my passion, so I'm not that messed up about it. It's just, you know, I have fun with my voice sometimes. Animals can be controlled with frequencies. The experiment was a success. Question 1 is about snakes. What sound are snakes scared of? Please create a surah from the following. What sound are snakes scared of? That's not music! What? Okay, good. I guess I guessed right. What happened to this being about music? Question 2 is about pigs. What sound are pigs scared of? Please, the following. Okay. Come on. Okay, no, I was wrong that time. Okay, it's our first meal. First being made into a meal of the day. Tahareth, if I say that right. If you just want to give me the answers again, go ahead. This isn't music. I took piano for 4 years and I know music. This isn't a music test. Yeah, the puzzles here are absolutely ridiculous. Some of them actually made sense. Yeah, it's Miss Zoo's perception of music. Ugh. She's nuts. I did okay at the history test. And I think the first one was kind of straightforward. But yeah, half these tests have just made no sense. If they weren't miss one and you're done. Like, if you could miss more of them. Okay. The first one was snakes are not afraid. I'm gonna guess the sky song for pigs, because aren't pigs supposed to be unable to, like, look at the sky? Or something, like they can't bend their head? Ha ha ha. I got 2 of the questions right, Akatsuki, on my first try. I'm guessing again. Damn it. Those boobs with teeth are gonna haunt my dreams. I've seen them, like, how many times now? Did I show some Silent Hill stuff at the end of the stream yesterday? No, I did upload a Silent Hill, highlights stream video thing. That might be what you're thinking of. I don't think we did any Silent Hill stuff last time. Okay. Alright, snakes are not scared. Snakes are fearless and brave and strong. Not scared, fish song, harmonica. Thank you. Like, how are we supposed to know like, where are we supposed to get this information? It's literally just a guessing game. I hate that. I want to be able to find, like, if the answer was in the arena area and I just missed it, that would be one thing, but we've explored every area. Seals. Dangerous tools are sealed. Which one is not sealed? Please, from the following. Harmonica. That one you could kind of guess, because we heard the piano behind the locked door, and we couldn't get to it, and we found the megaphones hidden away in the room with all the dead animals. So that one you could kind of guess. Supposedly it's in the notes, but I swear it's all unhelpful. You pass. Got answer sheet. Did she say we passed? Yeah, that's what I heard. What did we pass? We finished every test and passed. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's hurry with our investigation. I have a feeling something is about to happen. No info is added to the spirit file passing the tests. I guess we haven't looked at the spirit file much. Where's this? Okay, those are past ghosts. So are we supposed to go, like, here? Found the mansion. Teacher's diary. Oh! All relatively fresh, all belonging to women. I didn't realize they were all women. Searched the shelves and found ID 5. Yeah, this doesn't really tell us about the questions. It just tells us about... Okay, here. I can't play. Yeah, this doesn't really have any hints. This is just a summary of the story. How do you... Is there other files you can look at? How do I get to them? Mark bearer. Yeah, like, it's just that? Things with Silent Hill don't look so good in my opinion. We haven't seen, like, anything. There's not even a game out yet, gang. It's too early to be... I mean, you can be skeptical and all. I just feel like the gloom and doom is a little... After 10 years of nothing, let's not shoot ourselves in the foot and kill the first thing we get and end up killing the series again. You know, that's my thought, is like, don't be so down that we destroy our one chance at a possibility of a Silent Hill future. Like, we've not seen anything yet. We will eventually see something. Right now, we've seen nothing. We've just seen trailers and interviews, and it's nothing. I mean, think about all the games that have come out over the years that the trailers and interviews ahead of time were, like, not even relevant. You know, nothing really, you know, there's just so much that can change and be different, and, like, Cyberpunk, what was that one? The one with the traveling in the world, the universe, and it was going to be so amazing, and everything was going to change, and it was like garbage on release. No Man's Sky, like I don't take anything in video games when it comes before the game is released. I take so much of it just very huge grain of just you can't know anything. Like we can't know anything. They could have changed all of it. Like it's just a guessing game. So until we actually have, like, gameplay demos or a game review, like, once, you know, people start being allowed to play the game and talk about it, then I'm gonna start forming opinions. Until then, it's, you know... Until then, we just don't... I get the pessimism. I get not wanting to have hope. But just, like, bury it deep. Bury it down in the darkness. Let's just give it a chance, because this might be the one chance we get. You know? I guess I'm gonna go downstairs. Because didn't they say something about Asura is downstairs? Okay. Name someone who suffered more than Ellie from Last of Us. Silent Hill fans, that too. Silent Hill's kind of fascinating, the way that it stayed alive for so long with so little compared to many other kind of things. I think there's very few brands that could go dead for almost a decade and still have so much hype behind them. It's kind of wild. I'm sure there are other things, but just definitely a rarity. With the way the school's laid out, we should be right under the science storage room. That reminds me. There was a strange tag attached to the formalin container. Why? Why am I yawning? Pretty sure it said Great Asura. Yeah, and this is the area from the first chapter. The Great Asura is below. Is this gonna connect back to the first kid that was trapped in that room? In the first chapter, if you missed it, the first ghost we faced was a kid who was abused and locked in a basement and beat up, and it was very sad. And the basement we found under this room. Apparently, we're going back. I take a thorough look around the room. There aren't any other suspicious spots here besides the trapdoor to the underground room. You know, besides the secret underground prison torture room, nothing's very suspicious. Don't see anything. You might be right. Let's go back. There's an entrance to an underground room. Go to the room. RE fans are spoiled. I don't know. I think it's, Art's one of the few locations where it's like, it's not unfair to have high standards to art. I think when you get a problem is when you start making it your whole personality to hate something for not being, or like you just knee-jerk, like just the toxicity, you know? It gets wild. I don't get it. I don't get it, people that make their whole personality hate. Like, how do you... Good luck with that. Good luck with the years of therapy and the acid reflux disease. Alright, this is not any different from when we were here before. Should I check the bed? Bed with a metal pipe frame. The mattress is oozing dark, dirty water. Smells like sewage. That was here before. I don't think we have any commands or anything we're gonna do in here. Yeah, I searched the corpses already. Is that guy new? Dried up corpse. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything new. I guess we go back? I don't know. Yeah, there are a ton of smaller horror games over the years that have clearly been inspired by Silent Hill. Yeah, it's pretty lovely how, like, Silent Hill really has invigorated horror and inspired a lot of creators in a cool way. Signalis is definitely, like, at this moment, my favorite of that genre. Oh man, Signalis was incredible. I have fully uploaded Signalis's live stream to the second channel. I'm uploading Deathmark now too. I realized it wasn't there yet because I've been uploading a lot of shit over there. Links in the description if you like my live streams and you want to watch the old ones. There's years of them going back to 2018, and they're mostly horror games, so you'll probably like them. I'm still uploading the RPGs. I finished Fata Morgana today, and I've done half of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. And then I have to do Persona 5 Royal. A game we still haven't finished streaming. One day. Alright, let me look at my inventory. There has to be something. I want to look at the... Oh, record? Oh, no, that's save. I was trying to look at, like, what's the stuff that I have? That I have 3 chemicals. What do I have? Yeah, Katsuki. Yeah, I know. I bought the game on my Switch, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart it and really heavily grind through the first couple of chapters, and then when I'm back where we were on the PlayStation, I will start streaming it again, and this way we won't get stuck the way that we were before. What? Listen, just because I have my father's 5 head, I have hair. It's not very fluffy today because we've been, you know, we were in a swimming pool yesterday and I didn't take a shower this morning, so it's swimming pool hair, but it's just pulled back and I have a large forehead. Darkwood is also on my list. I actually created a spreadsheet today of games that we have streamed and not streamed, like ones I want to stream. I don't think it's full. I don't think I put everything on it, but I plan to make that publicly available so folks can, like, look at what is and has been streamed, what hasn't, what we can, like, recommend. There's gotta be something I can do in this room. Anybody have hints? I have a noble brow. No, go back around. I missed that. Y'all should see my father. My father started going bald probably in his 30s or 40s, and his hair, like, on the sides it stayed, on the back it stayed, but on the top it just started to slowly go backwards and get thinner. Are you still covered in chlorine? Apparently so. There's gotta be something, because it mentioned... Oh, I probably need to do something with that tag. I need to go downstairs and use the tag on something. Because he mentioned there was a tag, right? Can't think of a way to use it. Maybe I need to use it on the door? Male powder baldness is a fact of life. Honestly, as long as I have, like... my hair that I could long enough that I can, like, I don't know, do long hair, like I like ponytails. I can brush it over, whatever. Fine, take the top. As long as I have some hair, I won't mind if it gets thinner. No, I was trying to see if I could do something with the tag. Alright, I'm looking up a clue. Death Mark, Chapter 4. That's where we are. Okay, we did the tests. We did all those. Okay, we passed. Go to... Okay. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, we had to do something with the model, the atomical model. And something to do with the wall in here. Yeah, we gotta hammer the wall. Oh. Maybe I need to feel it first. All appearance look normal. Tap around on the wall. I don't know why, but I've seen people on shows do it, and I think that's how you check walls. Huh? What's wrong? It's not super obvious, but the center portion of the wall seems paler than the rest. If only I had enough skill to be able to tell if it was hollow or not by the sound. The thickness kind of feels different. Alright, let's knock it the fuck down. Oh no, I didn't mean to... There. Put the flashlight down and grip it with both hands. Huh? Don't tell me. This could call attention to me, but this is where Hanahiko was. I don't think another spirit would come here. I'll try just once. I'll take it down in one swing. I gather my courage and swing the hammer against the wall with all my might. A large hole, larger than I expected, opens up. I anxiously wait to see if I drew a spirit close. Luckily, it doesn't seem like anything's coming. That went a lot better than I thought it would. You're brave. Hole I opened up with the hammer. Let's stick our hand in it. That always goes well. Something cold coils around my fingers. Seems I've stirred up whatever's nesting in there. If I don't deal with that first, I won't be able to check out the hole. Okay. Let's... Can I use the megaphone? No, okay, I can't use noise to scare Snake. I bet you I have to go do the other thing first, and we need, like, music or something to get rid of the snake. I don't know. This might be where the holes came from. I don't know, maybe. Are there snakes living in the walls? Alright, no, I did it wrong again. I really wish this map was more... I don't know. I keep going the wrong direction because it keeps changing perspectives. Climb the stairs. Alright, the music room should be at the other end, I think. Well, first we gotta go to the dummy. The dummy was in the first room. Right? Yeah, it was in the storage up here. It's definitely made of real human flesh. For sure, for sure, for sure. What are we supposed to do? Give it our answers? I take out all the answer sheets I have and hold them close to the model. And... snake heads poke out from the model, then suddenly slither to the floor. Are they dangerous? At this point, I would assume everything here is dangerous. Quickly wad up the answer sheets and throw them through the window to the next room. The snakes chase after them. Soon there are none left inside the model. Am I gonna stick my hand in that thing's empty eye socket? Yep, I stick my hand in the model and feel around. I find a paper box and a key. Matches and music room key. Alright. Oh boy, she's getting close. Has that much time passed already? I anxiously call out. Oh right, it's almost time to perform. It's okay, I'm on standby. It's starting. We need to hurry and find any clues left. Hello, Midnight. Welcome. I show the map. The only map we get is the map that's in the top corner of the game when you're exploring that there. Okay, time to open the music room. Ta-da! Yeah, I don't think you can look at the map full screen, or at least I haven't figured out how. It's an old piano. The keys are still intact, probably out of tune, but it's definitely playable. Okay, feel it. I check the music stand. There's a piece of sheet music on it. Sheet music, carp streamer. They said the pig was scared of the carp song, right? Use song on piano. No? Am I not going to get my friend here to play the music? This place probably used to be full of desks, but now it only holds a single piano. Alright, maybe she's going to have to sing it downstairs. We step into the hall and the loudspeaker crackles. Do you have brains? I'll use those wonderful brains now as ingredients and dissect you. Did she just say she'll dissect us for ingredients? She'll use our wonderful brains as ingredients and dissect us. Then that means that's why she had us take those tests. She wanted to see if we were worthy enough to become ingredients, setting up tests to select her prey. That was what Miss Zoo was trying to do. The heads lined up in that blood-stained room. The image of my own head joining them comes to mind more easily than I'd like. New info was added to the spirit file. Sorry, the road's crowded. Aye, get a hold of yourself. I shake Aye. She seems to be dreaming. It can't be time yet. Yeah, I got one more thing I gotta do. Something's rushing up the western staircase with amazing speed. Shit. I doubt we'll be able to escape. In that case, our only option is to... we'll ambush her. We'll hide so we get the advantage. I grab Eye's hand and run down the hall. Which classroom should we hide in? Oh no! Okay, I fucked up. I fucked up. I don't think we can get a good hand now. I don't know. So the item in that room downstairs was an extra item for a good ending. But it doesn't look like we're gonna get a good ending because I guess we're getting the bad ending for this one? I don't wanna. When did we last save? Oh man, what if I let her kill me? We run in the third grade classroom. Just murder me. And then maybe it'll let me jump back to, Come on, just kill me. You're beautiful, wow. Wow, those eyes. Yeah, she's definitely gonna find me. No? Yes. Yeah. Leaps forward the second she sees us come out of the locker. Oh, her hands are snakes. That's cool. And she has ostrich legs. I'm just gonna throw bottles at you. Just kill me. Ha! I'm dead. Alright. How many times has this bitch eaten me now? Seriously. Okay. Decide again from the last save. Which I hope is... Oh, I was hoping it was... I was gonna put me up there. No. I gotta do the test again. Ugh. Alright. We're gonna do this first. Okay, we're gonna... The greatest Sora is below. We're gonna examine the wall. We're gonna feel it up. Use hammer on wall. Alright. Shove my hand in the hole. Now, what did it say? I gotta use... Is this game on Switch? Yes, that's how I'm playing it. Okay. We gotta use the transparent bottle. Okay, okay. We have to go upstairs first to get the matches, but we do this before we go in the music room, and that'll let us get the good ending. Alright. There we go. Okay. What? I hate this. Why am I always so confused? I wish it just had north, south, east, or west on the map. And then I could just say, go east. Horror games are never normal about holes, are they? They are not. This is like at least the third horror, fourth maybe, I can think of where somebody sticks their hand in a hole. I know Silent Hill does it like twice. I got all the... No, I have to take one more test. Why do I want to say Evil Within does? I don't know. I know there's another game that does it, though. Navigation's your mortal enemy. This is also true. Where was the test? I think I passed it. One more back. Alright, give me your stupid test. Direction only challenge. People need to stay together, otherwise we get lost. No, actually, we need to stick with people who know where they're going, or else we'll all get lost. Alright, pigs were afraid of the giant fish song. Excuse me. We did it! Okay, forward. Alright, let's mess up this thing again. I just use the answer sheets, right? Yep. Go for it. Alright, now we should have matches. And now we have the warning. Okay. Forward. I'm facing towards the... See, this is what confuses me. It looks like I'm facing towards the class hallway on the screen, but according to the map, the arrow is pointing towards the stairs. So where am I going? If I go backward, what happens? I'm in... Okay, see? Yeah, that was the class hallway, even though it looked like on the map... So confusing! No, and then I hit head back again by mistake. Who knows where I am now? Just move forward and move forward. Okay. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Oh, Daniel, you're playing Deception 2? Nice. I still haven't played any of those. I used to own Kagero, but when I sold my physical collection, I got rid of it. Okay, flammable. Let's set these snakes on fire. Wouldn't my uncle be mad? Flail about and then go back to normal. Let's get out a match. Take out the matches, light one, and throw it into the hole. A pillar of blue flame shoots out of the hole. The snakes writhe around, then vacate the hole en masse. The direction things change in the next game? Nice. After the wave of snakes vanishes, I find something on the floor. It must have been carried out of the nest when the snakes fled. Got Eisen Asura Talisman. But it looked like the snakes brought the talisman on purpose when they fled the hole. Like they were scared of it burning in the fire. Are they trying to protect it from the flames? It must be something really important. You don't gotta tell me twice. It's named Asura. At this point, I get it. Alright, I think we have all the items we need now. Okay. So stairs are behind me. Go back. Yes. This is an indie game. Do you like indie games? Well, yeah. Like, I like all kinds of games from various places. You know? I'm not really for or against. Obviously, indie has a lot of, benefits. You know, you can do what the fuck you want. I've played a lot of great indie games, for sure. Alright, it was the first room, right? Oh yeah, I gotta unlock it. Alright, so now I think that's it. We just leave the room and she should pop back up. And then we gotta hide in the music room. We run into the music room. I'm gonna guess we need the piano to survive. Like, something with the music's gonna be required. Alright. Here we go. She's coming closer on her ostrich legs. It's like she could jump at us any moment. First round. Office waste? Why would I know that? Why would I want to throw trash? Dumbass holds the trash! It wasn't effective? Great Asura, give it back. Miss Zhu glares at me and screams, her mouth dripping with blood. Jumped kick, but it wasn't effective. I hold up the garbage bag in front of us and endure the free— Oh! We were supposed to know that— Okay, a garbage bag is not an airbag. I get what they're going— That's not the same. I would never have thought of that. Wild connections they're trying to make to the tests. Her arm snakes hiss, threatening us. Alright, number 2. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I minimized it in it. Transparent bottle. I guess clear bottle. And science match. You mean matches. I'm guessing this is from the fan translation. I scatter the liquid and ignite it with the matches. Stretches out her snake arms. Oh, I like that she's actually got Amputation scars, like she put it on herself. The snakes are confused by the massive flames and unable to aim. Oh, wow. Hatchet. And sheet music. Slash the hatchet. The snakes wrap around my arms as I swing and stop my attack. I look for something to play the song. Miss Zoo is stuck in place. We can get to the piano now. Eye's finger dance over the keys. I guess this is supposed to scare the pig. Why would this song scare the pig? Stiffens as if she's paralyzed. Alright. We want the beloved item. And science match. That should do it. Try to ignite the charm with the match. Great Asura! Shrieks when she sees the charm go up in flames. She clings onto me, scrambling to get it back from me. Pressed together, my sweat squelches as it mixes with her bodily fluids. Gross. Asura Eisen's charm disintegrates to ash in Miss Zoo's hands and scatters into the air. Her eyes pin me in place with their intense fury. How dare you? How dare you, Great Asura! The snakes on Miss Zoo's arms raise their head and swiftly strike at their prey, but their fangs sink into her, Miss Zoo's torso. Why? Maybe because you murdered them? The snakes are feasting on the places where she touched my skin. Is it because of my human smell? They devour her torso, the only part of her that is human, and she squeals with joy. Feels so good. After consuming their hosts, the snake arms detach and fall to the ground. Wriggling their half-torn bodies, they vanish into the darkness. Yay? The other three, it's kind of like, well, we found a sort of happy ending to their, you know, not a happy end. Like, they were at peace. We set them at peace. This time, it's like, okay, let's just forget the nightmares we've all experienced. Did we do it? Eyes back to normal. Her mark is probably gone. And yet, I still have one. There are still spirits in the city. Yes. You've only gotten rid of 4 of them. I presume that a city has more spirits than 4. The look on my face is probably obvious. Eye looks at me apologetically. Excuse me. I've gotten used to it. Haven't we all? I'm just glad you and Yasuoka are safe now. Mr. Dumbass! Anyway, I wonder what this is. What'd she drop? There's a folded paper on the ground where Miss Zoo vanished. I open it and find it's an old map. Shining the flashlight on it, the first word I can see is army. Yeah, we never did deal with the bunker. Is this what Miss Hero said was stolen from her? It could be. I put the map in my bag. Then we finally bid farewell to the music room and its beast and perfume smell. Alright. Oh, wait a second. What is it? I want to bring that sheet music. A reminder of my music beating evil. You know, this would make great inspiration for a new song. I kinda don't want to linger here. Yeah, I'll just be 2 secs. Hey. I dashes back inside the music room before I can say anything in reply. Jeez. She totally does whatever she wants. Christy was the same way. Is this what happens when you become famous? No, I'm being unfair. So if we had done the bad or normal ending, she would have died, right? Mr. Dumbass! I bursts out of the room and clings to me. Well, what happened? A snake! It fell from the ceiling and hit my shoulder and slid down my back! She's nearly in tears. Get it off me! Okay. I feel around her back as she hangs on to me. There's nothing there. It probably didn't stay. Nothing's there. You can let go already. When you grab my neck, it's hard to... Oh. Sorry. Her arm has gotta hurt. She has been saluting for days. I definitely felt something. Maybe it fell off as you were running. So did you grab the sheet music? Oh yeah, that's all done. I'm sorry to make you wait. Madame Yasuoka and Miss Hiro are expecting us, so let's head back. We leave the school, climb into the car, and head to the mansion. Hello, folks joining us. Welcome, everyone. I think we're about to start the final chapter. Hey all, we're back! Oh, welcome back. I believe I must thank you. My mark has indeed vanished. I still have mine, though. Ah, she's still part of the story. I mean, not that I believe it's going to kill me or anything. It doesn't bother me at all. She talks tough, but the whole time she's clenching her teeth, and also looks as if she's very physically ill. More importantly, Mr. Dumbass, did Zukawa have anything on her? Why am I yawning now? This always happens. I always yawn during streams. Why do streams make me sleepy? I pull the old map out of my bag. Yes, that's it. It's an important family heirloom. Hiro snatches the map out of my hand without even so much as a thank you. I guess you deserve a reward. Have this instead. She takes a purple notebook from her coat. The color's different, but the design matches the red notebook we found in the shelter. It's Zukawa's diary. It was in her room. Looks like she was still sane when she wrote in it. I take the notebook from her. Yeah, what made her a weird animal-murdering scientist lady? Seems Miss Zu was interested in that map of yours, Miss Hiro. Could you tell us more about it? No. It's basically just a treasure map. Oh, you know, basically. Now I want to know even more. We should have taken a look earlier. The clock begins to chime. It's almost dawn. Everyone should go get some sleep. You can use any room on the second floor. Thank you. That would be lovely. Also, I and Yasuoka. You must leave the mansion tomorrow. There's no need for you to stay here now that your mark is gone. Oh dear. Are you telling me to leave you and Miss Hiro here by yourself? Please don't joke. Saya specifically requested my assistance. I'm grateful, really, but those who have escaped the mark should return to their normal lives. That's the dying wish of Saya Kujo and Mary's as well. But please let her stay and help. She's the coolest person. I'd like you to help out another way. I'm sure you know other people in the supernatural phenomenon field. Can you research the mark with your knowledge and connections? An investigation like that is beyond me. I know practically zero about spirits. This is the only thing I can think of. If Mary was still here, it'd be different, but... Yasuoka stares at me silently. I stare right back into her eyes, not turning away. Fine. I'll leave the legwork to the young. I'll do what I can to help. Besides, if I stayed behind, I'm sure Miss I would want to as well. I'm counting on you. Of course, I won't let you down. At least she might come back. Her voice and posture exude confidence and reliability. I'm sure it's a good part of why she's so successful as a fortune teller. However, I shall rest for today. These old bones are exhausted. Good night. Mr. Dumbass! It's pronounced Dumas. Are you sure you'll be okay without me and Madame Yasuoka? Yes, we'll be fine. I've survived this long already. I'll manage somehow. Unease is bubbling within me, but I push it down and force a smile. Why? Am I not breathing enough? Is that the problem? Am I talking too fast? I can't let her worry about me. Okay, then I'll trust you. But you better promise me, when your mark is gone, you'll come to one of my concerts. Promise? You'll spend money on me. Give me a pass. Of course. I'll get you a front row seat for sure. Okay, I'm heading up. Good night, Mr. Dumbass. Jeez, so you're saying I have to stay. Not that I care. I thought you didn't believe in the Mark's curse because it's unscientific. Of course, there's no way in hell I'd believe something like that. It's also true I haven't found solid proof to deny it either. And Miss Yakuoka... Guys, you really needed to proof this more. Miss I's marks really did up and disappear. So I've decided to stay here and see how this plays out, that's all. It's the truth. I can see she's desperately trying to hide that she's terrified of the supernatural. Ah, well. I owe you for saving me, so I'll tell you a bit about it. It could be related to the marks somehow, too. Are you talking about the map? Yeah. It's of an underground shelter in H City. The only way Zukawa found that shelter was because of this map. Not sure why she'd be eager for an old map of facilities that have to be 50 years old. That's a secret. It's possible that whatever turned Zukawa into a monster is down there in that shelter. What? What do you mean? The Buddha statues, I bet. I've already told you I have no intention of giving you any details. I'm tired too, so I'm going to bed. I bet you it was the Buddha statues. Hiro makes her way upstairs. The end of our conversation swirls around in my head. The shelter, army, Zukawa transforming. Fighting it. Fighting it. And the deja vu I felt down in the shelter. What does it all mean? It's no use. My brain is so tired, the words are just repeating nonsensically over and over. I can't get my thoughts in order. I may as well go to bed for today. What about the diary? Read the diary! I guess we're reading it later. Mary isn't here anymore. Should I rest for today? Shit's about to get real. It's been nearly a day since we found Mary. We're like a boat adrift on the ocean without a compass to guide us. Who knows where the currents will take us? Will we find salvation at the end? Hey, Mr. Dumbass. Looks like we wasted a whole day. Is it going to be like this every day? If you're done checking in here, why don't we take a look outside? Mary said unnecessary contact with outsiders could speed up the mark's curse. And if I lose any more of my memories, I'm not sure I'll be able to function. For the past 10 days, the only other person I've spoken to is the convenience store clerk. Ah, that explains why we've only had TV dinners and snack food to eat. But sitting and waiting isn't going to accomplish anything. I'd rather not wind up forgetting my own name like you. Not that I completely believe the curse is real. She raises her voice to hide how it shakes. She's still stubbornly sticking to her denial of the existence of spirits and the mark. But I know she's already accepted it. After all, she went through it herself last night. Ghosts and curses don't exist. Why'd this have to happen to me? Got somebody else. Hiro is startled at the sudden knock. A visitor in the middle of the night. I don't need Mary to know it's a mark bearer. Sorry to impose on you so late. Hello. A tall, thin man walks in. His skin is as white as a sheet, and dark circles nearly swallow his eyes. It's almost like a dead person stands before us. No, that's just like a retail worker. You're Dumbass and Hiro, right? I heard about you and the mark from Yasuoka before I came here. Something about a Miss Zu, too. Sounds like you had a rough night. He seems to know Yasuoka. Maybe she's following through on her promise and sent him to help us. Well, let's get introductions done. I'm Suji Daimon. I think you can guess my occupation. Wearing this thing means I don't have to explain, thank goodness. Are you a doctor? He gestures to the stethoscope around his neck. What kind of business brings a doctor like you here? Daimon's eyes flicker over at the suspicion in Hiro's tone. No need to be so defensive. I have the cursed scar, same as you. He unbuttons his shirt to reveal a familiar mark on the left side of his chest. And a so totally ripped torso. Like, wow, who could believe it? It suddenly appeared one day. Though to be honest, I never thought it happened to me. Maybe it's punishment for being stupidly curious about it. Curious? Did you know about the mark before Yasuoka told you about it? Yep, that's right. There's mention of a strange scar in my grandpa's records as a military physician. I did some personal research. A military physician's records would mean they'd be from the Second World War, more than 50 years ago. It's all coming together. That doesn't add up. Rumors of the mark only started about a month ago. If it was mentioned in those records, the rumors would be much older. There's a reason for that. Patients with the symptoms were kept in a secret army laboratory. After the war, all top-secret documents related to the lab were burned, except the clinical records I found. A secret lab, huh? That's kind of hard to believe. Dr. Diamond, you don't mean to say the mark was used as some sort of biological weapon? Every country had at least one or two soldiers who were divinely possessed. People only call on gods when they're in trouble. It was the end of the war, and they were backed in a corner. They were purposefully trying to make the curse happen. How scientific, don't you think so, Mr. Dumbass? I don't know yet. I guess so. You seem pretty calm about this, and maybe your cautiousness is what has kept you alive this long. However, it's hard to picture the mark being used as a weapon. It seems the 13th Army Engineering Lab was developing something. It was called the Cannon Soldier. Cannon is a Buddhist goddess, one of her names, of mercy and love. Uh-oh. Cannon Soldier. That makes me think of the Bodhisattva Cannon. 50 years ago, and the Buddha statues. It can't be. Dr. Daimon, where is that lab? Unfortunately, I have no idea, sorry. The documents my grandfather kept don't give any details about it. It's gotta be that underground bunker. I see. Mr. Dumbass, the 13th Army Engineering Lab. It's the shelter Zukawa went to. Yep. She pulls out her old map. I'd wanted to keep it secret, but as I'd rather not die from this mark, I'll tell you. This shows the entrances to the 13th Army Engineering Lab. Whoa, are you serious? In his excitement, he starts coughing. My apologies. Where did you get that? My grandfather passed 6 months ago. We were sorting his belongings. Isn't the idea of a secret lab just fascinating? So I thought I'd look into it. And then Miss Zukawa stole it. I accidentally let it slip to her. She loved strange experiments like that, so it probably stuck with her. I thought as much, though. Whatever turned her into a monster is down in that lab. Pretty unscientific line of reasoning. Using the occult to turn yourself into a monster is utter nonsense, but if there's a scientific method behind it, I'll have to consider it. Yeah, I suppose that's just how she is. Was your grandfather involved with the lab in some way? He could have been. All I know is he was an engineer with the rank of captain. Wait, hold on. You're both grandchildren of people involved with the engineering lab. Now both of you have the mark. Yes, that would be correct. That and our lab coats are all probably Hiro and I have common. From what we understand, people with the mark appeared in the secret lab 50 years ago. There might be something there that'll help us find the truth behind the curse. That's also the origin of the Cannon Soldier, a name that reminds me of a statue. The traces of Miss Zu in the shelter. It might all be connected to the Buddhist statues that were stolen. Dr. Daimon gave us a lot of info. We'll have to thank Yasuoka for introducing him to us. The fates are indeed mysterious. Dr. Daimon, will you help us? Yes, of course. Just don't expect anything physical. Physical! Physical! Are you sick? You don't look so well. Something like that. I don't practice what I preach. His dry laugh sounds like he's deflecting. He's abnormally thin for a man his age. It's possible he's gravely ill. So, we're heading to the shelter. About that, we were stopped from going further by a locked door. That strange old man was there, too. I doubt he'll cooperate with us, though. It'd be difficult to break in from there. Where did you enter the shelter? A manhole on Kei Miyamachi North Road. I see. She opens the map and studies it. You're right, an entrance is there, but there seems to be one other one. At M No South Alley. I haven't tried that yet. Let's go there. Hopefully we can get in. New info. Alrighty, to the alley! I forgot to check on... I guess we're just going with whoever's attached. I don't know. Whoever's on our team. We reach M No South Alley. Like the North Road, it's silent and empty. The map doesn't specify the location of the entrance, just that it's here. We'll have to search for it. I mean, it's manhole. A manhole. This road only has one. I'm sure this is the place. Manhole lid has a place to grip it, just like the one at the blah blah, it has to be it, blah blah. Still, this is strange. Why doesn't the public have any idea about this underground shelter? You'd think the sewer department would at least. How the hell should I know? It was probably hushed up so those involved didn't get in trouble. They supposedly performed some terrible experiments in there after all. Does she sound kind of excited? I bet the terrible experiments fascinate her. When I lift the lid, a musty smell greets me. Ugh, this smells familiar. Like the other entrance, the hole goes deep. Thankfully, there's a ladder here, too. Alright, time to go down. Don't break your ankles! Hero and I descend into the dark world, hidden beneath H City. What awaits us down in that darkness? Will we find the truth we're seeking, or a hell smeared with blood? Uh-oh. The sight that greets us at the bottom is the same as what we saw at Kei Miyamachi. The looming concrete walls and the suffocating, stagnant air. Also suffering. We were suffering. We are. We weren't wrong to assume the two places are connected. So this is the engineering lab. It's even more dreary than I expected. Wait, do you hear a song? If it's not some kind of prank, maybe the spirits of the soldiers are wandering around singing. You have no proof of that. It's entirely unscientific. My brain didn't go to song. My brain went to, like, chanting, because they keep talking about Buddhist statues. But maybe it's a war song. Shut up about that crap. Sorry. Still, it's a little unsettling to hear an army song. Okay, all the way down here. It's got to be a supernatural phenomenon. Uh-oh. A trail of blood leads to the ladder at the entrance. Was someone trying to escape? There are pitch black stains. Is this blood? What? Impossible. This much blood would be... But doesn't that other thing bother you too? I'm not an idiot. Of course I'd notice. That spot without any stains. It looks like something was posted here. There's a clearly defined clean space on the wall as if something had been there. It looks like it avoided being sprayed with blood because something was originally posted here. A poster or bulletin, something like that. Well, it's illegible now. The stain seems to be old blood. It crackles and breaks off in flakes when I run my fingers over it. Something flows swiftly down the pipes. I wonder what it could be. Oh, hey! How you doing, girl? I guess we'll go right. Looks like we don't even get a map in this area. There's no mini-map. Oh, no, there it is. The dried blood is blackened on the floor. There's quite a lot. Whoever left it probably died. I peek into the waterway and see something floating. I reach for it as I hold onto the edge. Somehow I manage to grab it. Found a worn-out talisman. I don't think I want that. I don't think I would pick it up. No. Think I'd rather not. This place is large. Yeah. I have a feeling that's, Alright. We're gonna keep turning right. Okay. Not anymore, we're not. That was quick. Yeah, there's nothing here. A dead end. Yeah. It does look like there's only a wall ahead, but... A breeze? I feel a draft coming from in front of us. But all that's there is a wall. Can I not knock down the wall? Apparently not. Guess they just want me to notice that there's weird shit going on. Spirit soap, anyone? Yeah, anytime characters go into a sewer in like a game or a movie, whatever, I always have to, I'm like, I hope y'all bathed like raw, like, oof. I open my eyes wide and stare at the white space that might have been a poster. I only end up drying out my eyes. What was that supposed to do? Uh-oh, we found the morgue. The air in this room is musty. At first glance, I'd say it's part of a medical facility. This is an operating room. I was close. And this smell... Ah, I thought so. There it is. Shine the light over there for a second. I shine the flashlight as directed and find a corpse. Hero crouches down and begins to study it. Usually, Hero would be terrified, but at least for now, she's fine. So you're fine with stuff like that? What? We all have organs and bones inside us, don't we? Only an idiot would be scared of them. Most people are scared of them coming out of the body. When they're done, they stand up. To be blunt, the corpse is odd. What really draws the eyes is that the cervical vertebrae has been severed. Cervical? But the cut isn't normal. It's like it's notched. The only thing I can think of is that it was cut with a non-surgical tool. I have no idea why anyone would do something that cruel, though. In any case, it's clear that the head was purposefully severed. So the head was severed with a tool. The corpse is too old to tell everything. There should be a clue nearby. It'd be best to search the room. I'll let you handle searching the corpse. You can stick your hands all up in that. Looks like it's been a number of years since the person died. The dried skin gives the appearance of a mummy. The cut by the neck is jagged. It must have been cut with some kind of tool. Okay, yeah, we can't tell anything else. Nothing inside the metal cabinet. Counter the glass door. I open it and search inside. I find a notebook titled Research Records and a small gun. We still haven't read What's-Her-Face's other diary. When do we get to read that? The notes have deteriorated, but I can make out what they say. 70th. Next experiment. Asura statue. Female body and female head. Success. Are they putting Buddha statue heads onto people? Supernatural phenomenon spirit. Frequent hard continue experiments. Are they making human Buddhas? Look in your menu. Notes on the experiment, huh? You better give it a read. Okay, that's what we just had. Is that where I want to go? I don't understand the spirit file. That's a bad plan, in my opinion. Well, I like what the story's doing here because it really mirrors the real world trauma and desperation. Like, I don't think it's made very clear in general history of World War II towards Japan, but Japan was they were basically planning for the entire culture to die. Like, they knew they were losing, they knew they couldn't win. The military refused to surrender. Specifically the military. They had basically taken over the civil government. The civil government had tried to stop them, couldn't get them to stop. The civilization, like, the civilians really couldn't stop, no influence whatsoever. The military was in charge. And so when they started losing real bad, to the point that they were retreating to the homeland, they started digging trenches in Japan, in Japanese cities. They foresaw a land war on Japan's mainland, and they were going to fight it to the end. They were going to fight to the death, because for the Japanese military, it was better for the Japanese to all die. And they said, like, this was being said to the civilians, like, it is better for all of us, more noble for all of Japan to die. And it was absolutely desperate. It was suicide. It was cultural suicide, and everyone knew it, and nobody, anyone that didn't want it, really, there was no way out of it. And so it is hard to overstate the sense of doom. It was so sad. And then, of course, the bomb comes, and for those that experienced it and were near it, like, that was even more apocalyptic. Like, you can understand why the Japanese culture and Japanese people were so traumatized by the war, because it was really bad for the civilians. Mentally, physically, it was horrible. It's terrible. I really like how this story is digging into, in a very supernatural way, how fucked that era was. I don't know how to find the diary. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep looking. Rusted filing cabinet. When I open the door, a cloud of dust flies up and blocks my vision. A notebook with black cover is left inside. Got experimental unit correspondence code. Seems to be a document about cryptograms. Inside it says Canon, weapon code name. Heavenly Buddha, project code name. Soul, human heads used as material. Maybe they put the humans on the Buddha? Looks like Wabun code. It's similar to Morse. Okay. Okay, there's nothing else I can do there. Alright, let's keep moving. Yeah, war is scary and terrifying. No matter what. And I just, that particular era, the combo of various things coming together just really was fucked. It was like the darkest timeline. And, it's hard stuff to learn, to read about, but it's important to learn about. And, of course, it's complicated in Japanese culture, but there are still folks fighting to have the full history be taught, and, like, we gotta remember the history of what happened and why it happened and how to stop it from happening again, because nobody wants the military and the fascists to take over everything again. Like, that's still a big problem, unfortunately. Because, the United States, my country... actually did a decent job with helping Japan pull things back together, but we were too lenient because we were afraid of Russia, and we wanted Japan to be super powerful, super strong to help us fight Russia in case Russia came talking shit. So the fascists in Japan were not rooted out as powerfully as the fascists in Germany were, which is a problem. So there's still some issues with the way the government's structured there. But they're still, fighting it in that very Japanese way of murdering politicians. If you heard of that, it's ancient Japanese tradition that goes back hundreds of years. Only they used to do it with swords. Now they do it with homemade pipe guns. When I step in view of an iron door that appears before me, the air clearly shifts. Goosebumps rise. A presence is approaching. Oh, and it's Morse code. There's an incessant beeping, like from a telegraph. I freeze in place. The beeping becomes gradually louder, as if it's trying to tell me something. Dash dot dash dot dot dash. The sequence just keeps repeating. The code. What in the world does it mean? I think it means Buddha. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I was wrong. It means something else. The darkness tightens around my throat like a noose. Without oxygen, my brain instantly shuts down. Instantly! No, actually, it takes a little while, which sucks. It's a horrible way to go. Well, supposedly at the end, you get this, like, nice, bunch of chemicals that makes your brain calm down right before you go. Yay. Alright, let's look at my notes. No, no, no. Notes! I want to look at notes! Let me look at my notes. See, I know the answers in that paper I found. I can't look at the paper. Alright, I think if it wasn't the Buddha, then it's gotta be heaven. I think. Who else likes playing the visual novel murder guessing game? Damn it! This is really a game you should be taking notes with. You should just be writing down every fucking thing you find. That's how you're supposed to play this game. Okay, so it's the soul. Oh, there's time limit. I can't dance. We got it eventually. Quiet voice. Point to your soul. It's in the head. Because that's like Buddhist... Buddhist? Yes, Buddhist tradition. That the soul is in the head. I do believe. I'm 90% certain. It's either Shinto or Buddhist tradition that the soul is in the head. Which probably explains why they were cutting heads off. Yeah, I can't find it on here. It's one of those two. We did it! The soul is in my head. Hiro seems terrified. Hiro, are you okay? She's acting different than usual. Let's go. I think it's fine now. Understood. Yeah, she ain't too happy about this. It's set up the same way as the operating room. This place may have been used for the same experiments. There might be records left behind. Let's look. Yeah, I love that they never really fully cleaned up after themselves. Just left it here to find. I searched the ones that are open. Find a notebook titled Research Records and an Army short sword. The letters in the notebook have faded, but I can read it. The experiment miraculously succeed. The divine protection. The statue from shrine created by statue maker. Donated! That says donated, not stolen. Maybe the cover story was they were stolen, but they were actually donated to the military. Which means that... Oh, I love this! I love this, because this also plays into actual Japanese history. During the war, the shrines, Shinto tradition was already, at the time, they had heavily wrapped up Shinto into state Shinto, which is like the government religion that was heavily involved in the war and in promoting the war to people. But not just Shinto, Buddhism was also really heavily involved in promoting the war and telling people that this was a morally... Like, Buddhist priests were writing justifications to say to the people, this is why this war is good and moral. And that was part of the reason why, after the war, a lot of Japanese people lost their faith. Like, today in Japan, compared to 100 years ago in Japan, the amount of people that actually, like, practice and believe in a faith is way lower, because a lot of them were really jaded with how the religious institutions worked out during the war. But there were also other side effects where state Shinto is gone. There's no more state government, but Shinto in the smaller traditions of just like your local Shinto shrines and Shinto places got more of a boost as people kind of reconnected with local areas, and in particular around the area where the atomic bomb was dropped. The bomb in Hiroshima, I believe, happened to fall... They picked it because it was a military area. It had a big military base, but it also happened to be an area full of a lot of Catholic Christians. And a lot of that was destroyed. And there was a nearby mountain with a Shinto shrine, and the shrine survived. And for many, they were like, well, wow, look at that. Like, holy shit, like, the tradition, the old tradition kind of survived. So, you know, maybe we need to go back to it. Fascinating and terrible how these kind of big things can influence people's, you know, their feelings about religion. Using chisel donated by the same family, sever head, tool together becomes the key. Finally, our dearest wish. There's nothing else written. What do you want to bet the dolls that the family makes are related to this? The Cujo family. A chisel, like for sculpting. Yeah, most likely. Impossible. How could they do something like that? That's just impossible. Because the Cujo family has a history of making dolls. Cabinet with a glass door. Something inside. Okay. I open it and search around. I find bells attached to a handle and a notebook with a black cover. Titled Disposal Vat Management Record. I flip the cover open. Dispose 200, super dimension, suddenly iron door, half spiritualized, hypothesis, focused mystical forces need sacred object to erase, safety valve release code diamond. Nothing else written. Kagura Suzu bells. Kagura is a dance tradition associated with Shinto. Most of Japan's dances come from religious traditions and folk traditions and have eventually evolved into different forms. Kagura is the one specifically associated with Shinto. It's what the young women, the Shinto priestesses, would dance and perform in honor of the gods in part of different rituals and things, and bells were a major part of that. And I am going to guess that this is a bell that was used in Shinto rituals and something terrible down in this basement. What in the world are these notes going on about? Disposal, half spiritualization? I don't understand half these words. Plus the bells I found don't fit this place at all. Close the notebook, put in my bag. Just then, something tangles around my hand. Huh? It's a thin thread. It seems to be human hair. Yeah, last time we were here, there was hair. Oh, pale gold, like the doll hair. What? The mark starts sucking at my blood. I ignore it and instead stare at the shining hair as if being pulled in. It's odd, but I get the real feeling that this moment... No, it's here, this place. I've been here before. Color grows more vivid. A few hours left until death closes in. Someone mumbles right next to me. Wait, that's not someone else. That's my own voice. As I thought, it's here. The words pour out from deep inside. I have absolutely no knowledge or control over them. Memories that aren't mine, words and feelings I couldn't possibly know are falling from my lips. Check the disposal vat. It must be behind that wall. Felt weird when standing in front of that. Mr. Bob, what are you talking about? The instant Hiro speaks, the voice stops. It's nothing. I just remembered something important. You sure you're okay? You were mumbling something. I'm fine, really. Just spaced out for a bit. For better or worse, Hiro didn't clearly hear what I was saying. Still, though, that voice... Could it be that my old self, the one I lost along with my memories, was talking to me? And maybe that's the person that's been talking to him this whole time. The feeling I got when I saw that golden hair, maybe that's what triggered it. I haven't heard that other guiding voice for a while now. Guess all I can do is rely on my old self. Disposal vat behind the wall. Looks like it's been a number of years since this person died. The dried skin gives the appearance of a mummy. Cut by the neck is jagged, must have been cut with a tool. Okay, same as the other. I open the wire mesh door and peek inside, but don't see anything. I go to close the door and see a paper stuck. Talisman. Alright, back we go. Let's go this way. I don't know if we've been this way or not. Okay, apparently not. We'll go back the other way. Because I know there's at least one other intersection that we haven't explored the entirety of. A trail of blood leads to the ladder at the entrance with someone trying to escape. Alright, let's keep going. I want to see what the other intersection... Yeah, I know. We gotta go back and check that breezy wall. Okay, we can't go that way. Did I not have two intersections, or did I just dream that? Go left. Okay, that's where the other intersection is. Okay. Go north of the intersection and... An outline of a door is flickering faintly in the wall ahead of us. Hey, look at that. What? What? Impossible. Is it another ghost thing? You can't see it? See what? Looks like Hiro can't see the door. That's the spiritual. My mouth begins mumbling words I don't recognize all on its own. Oppose the spiritual with spiritual. If you touch it with a tool that honors the gods. The bells. Has localization of the newest game been announced yet? I don't know that I've heard much about the new game. I didn't know if it was out or not in Japan. Flow of the words out of my mouth stops. Touch it with a tool that honors the gods. Hopefully we will get a localization. Because I'm really enjoying this. Okay, touch the thing. Take out the Kagura Suzu bell. Is just touching it okay? No, have to. Strange words spill from my lips again. It's the priestess's tool. If a man displays spiritual power, it will be destroyed, so touch it silently. Yeah, in Shinto tradition, women are the most spiritual, most connected to the other side. They're the priestesses that do the rituals. There are priests, but they have different roles. Touch the bells to the door carefully, making sure not to make any noise. Is this on Steam? Yes. Also on Switch, which I'm very much enjoying being able to... I love being able to take games to the bathroom. What just happened? What did you do? It just felt like it was the right thing to do. I just listened to the voices in my head. I stare at the door. I sense an alarming presence. According to my own voice, if I can call it that, the disposal vat is beyond this door. So is this now the breezy area, or is this that? I found some documents about it in the room at the operating table. Might be good to look through those. Let's be careful. That place is giving me a bad feeling. Alright, it would be great if I knew how to look through actual documents. Like, I can look at the spirit file. I don't know that I don't... That's people. But it's not like, where are the... Okay. Diamond. I gotta remember the word diamond. I guess I can't look at old documents. Throws those away. Push open the iron door and we head inside. Oh no. Oh no. What is this place? On the other side of the door is a large empty area reminiscent of a vault. Is this the disposal vat? It should be, but it's not quite what I expected. Oh, something is on the ground. A katana. Got rusted army sword. I take what Hiro picked up. I shine the flashlight around the area. Are these heads of Buddha statues? It doesn't seem like they're being stored. Is this some kind of garbage dump? Just then, Huh? A sound echoes off something heavy moving, and suddenly the room is lit with a pale light. What was that noise? Let's get out of here for now. I try to open the door to get out, but... What? It's locked. What? We've been locked in? A cutting coldness invades and envelops my feet. My head snaps up and I see water pouring into the room like a giant waterfall. Water? It's ice cold. A polar bear swim is not something I ever wanted to do. It quickly rises to our knees. I can't even feel my feet anymore. Water underground? Hurry and open the door. We'll get hypothermia. Or you'll drown. Live or die. I have to remember what was written in those documents about the disposal vat. All I see near me are the Buddha heads. Touch the diamond arhat. So, diamond is a Buddhist sutra. Also, it relates to various schools of thought. It's a very important symbol, especially in Tibetan Buddhism. And an arhat is a enlightened being in a specific kind of enlightened being. An arhat is not the same as a Buddha. Basically, a Buddha becomes enlightened and can save others through faith. An arhat is from the tradition that does not believe in saving others through faith and only can save them. They have saved themselves. They have become enlightened. There's a heavy shudder and the sound of movement. Then the pooling water suddenly starts sweeping in one direction down into a drain. Whoa. We did it! When I open my eyes, all I see is darkness. I quickly lift my head and rub my eyes. My vision slowly comes back. Did you pass out? Did he lose his memories again? An intersection in the underground shelter. Looks like we were drained out with the water and flushed down a pipe. We were lucky. I very nearly breathed a sigh of relief. But then I remember Hiro. That's right, where's Hiro? No need to be so worried. Ha, so it's you. It's been a while, you sneaky intruder. It's that old man I met in the passageway beneath Manhole Street. I try to ask him about Hiro, but... my jaw is nearly locked and my voice is gone. Don't try to talk just yet. The water here comes straight from the mountain range, so it's deadly cold. You were submerged in it for nearly an hour, so you'll be slurring your words for a while. Relax, relax, your friend's fine. So you, got somewhere to go back to? Ugh. I nod as I groan. The old man's face brightens like the sun. Well, that's great. Not that I'm demanding a reward for saving you or anything, but I am pretty darn hungry. The man eyes me, his smile sharp. Alright, so now we're going back to the mansion. We get in the car, and even though it's the wrong season for it, I turn the heat on full blast. We dry off with towels and the like, but it doesn't stop our shivering for a long time. While this is going on, the old man... Whew, it's hot. Can I open a window? He's blatantly fanning himself in front of us. Okay, yes, in a way, we owe him our lives, but even so, he's being a pain. Hang in there a little while longer. Hiro shudders. We're about to freeze, you know. It was an honest question, and it probably sucks for him, but we keep the car like a sauna. After driving like that for a while, our teeth finally stop chattering. The man's name is Banshee Ito. That's how he introduced himself, but that obviously isn't his real name. Wonder if he's an old soldier. As he sits next to me, Banshee gives off a savory smell like freshly baked bread. Kinda cheers me up, or at least it does for a few moments, until I realize it's the stench of dried filth. So, Banshee, what were you doing in a place like that? He's homeless, probably. I wonder if he's a war vet. Are you listening to me? Don't feel up to talking yet. I'll tell you, in exchange for food. I shouldn't be surprised. Life's rough. Wait, that should be my question. What were you two doing down there? It's a long story. I summarize everything we know about spirit... Excuse me, now I got hiccups. About spirits and the mark, until I catch him up to when we met him in the shelter. So that's how it is, huh? He nods vigorously to himself. Do you really understand any of that? Hiro's doubts are reasonable, but Banshee waves a hand dismissively. Of course I do. Who do you think I am? A terrible grudge is mucking up that underground shelter, and you guys are wrapped up in it now. His story suddenly sounds fishy. A grudge? Banshee, do you know what happened down there? I said I'm not talking about that yet. I was born into a noble family, so I've always had the ability to see things others can't. I stake my name on it. So you can trust me. There's a terrible grudge swirling there, and you've gotten swept up in it. He's got nothing to base his claims on, but I get the feeling he's on the right track. In that case, oh noble Lord Banshee, would you tell us, how do we overcome that whirlpool? Banshee replies with a magnanimous flourish. That should be obvious. Whirlpools always have a center. You gotta find that. The center? That swirling grudge and the spirit thing, is that what you called it? The birth of the spirit, the heart of the curse, something like that, should be left within that swirling grudge. If you look for that, I'm sure. He trails off. He gazes at the dark road, his mouth hanging open. It's like he's run out of batteries. Then what? What will happen? The black sky simply goes on forever before Banshee's eyes. Oh ho, that reminds me, dumbass! Banshee calls out as soon as we enter the garage. Take this, just a little symbol of our friendship. Got underground shelter key. This a key for the underground shelter? I found it when I was popping in and out from that place. I held on to it, but I'll lend it to you for now. He just picked it up. Why is he acting like it's a favor? But I have no reason to refuse him. Thanks, I'll borrow it. Diamond wakes up to us. Walks up. Hey, you came back safe. Able to learn anything? Hiro butts in before I can speak. Wait just a minute. Don't tell me. You aren't going to believe that old man's story, are you? He's fishy. Why? Wow, that's rude. If you want my opinion, a snotty punk like you should be trusted even less. Of course, dumbass. You believe me, right? That's my good pal dumbass for you. I've seen enough weird shit that I'll just believe a random old man I found in the sewers. You feeling okay in the head? Anyway, changing the subject. Good grief, can we just move on from talking about this? Banshee, you're hungry, right? The dining room should have something. Food! Poor guy. Bolts out of the garage. Diamond gives me an exasperated look. It seems you've got another troublemaker on your hands. And he doesn't have the mark as far as we know. To appease the starving Banshee, I offer him some cup noodles and sweet buns. That sounds like a terrible combination. The epitome of hunger, he greedily begins scarfing it down like a starving dog. That was enough for 10 people. He devours all of it, and I'm reminded of a high-power vacuum cleaner. Yeah, he's not the weirdest guy we've met. If I haven't been this full in forever. Good for you. Now answer our questions. What were you doing down there? Well, that's an easy one, because it's my home. What? Been living there ever since I found it 10 years ago. It's not too shabby a place. Keeps me out of the rain, and no damn brats messing with me, though it gets a mite cold in winter. Poor guy. I don't know how to respond to that. Hiro and Daimon seem to be the same. It was a paradise for me because no one knows about it, until a weirdo showed up 6 months ago. Some woman doused in perfume. It was winter, and I don't like stirring up trouble, so I stayed away. That must have been Zukawa. I nod. That's my thought as well. That was a month ago. I figured she must have up and left, so I went back. So, I guess 6 months ago she found it. A month ago she left. There's something stranger, which was a damn walking Buddha statue. I know I'm pretty out there, but even I was shocked by that. I even got this weird scar. Yeah, he does have one. Removes his scarf, revealing the mark on his neck. You may not believe this, but that statue gave you that scar. I figured. It was the cannon soldier, after all. The cannon soldier. How do you know that name? Some document I saw had it. It was an old plan to make a Buddha statue move with supernatural powers. A heavenly Buddha project weapon. Are you nuts? Spirit power is making something move. That's insane. Girl, get with the program. So documents you found, are they still around? Nope, I burnt them for warmth. I had a delicious roasted potato, too. How could... Seriously, the dude was cold. Duh. Take your own advice, Doctor. Our measure of common sense seems to be rather different. It's fine. My noggin works different from... He was cold! He's homeless! Burned paper! How is that weird? I got it all memorized. Just tell us. We need to know about that project. The Heavenly Buddha Project was the pet project of some general at the end of the war, so they built that shelter for it. Ta-da, the 13th Army Engineering Lab. To make the cannon soldier thing, they did tests on Buddha statues. They were brought from some shrine or something somewhere. That must be H Shrine. They did a bunch of stuff to infuse the statues with spiritual power. There was a monk from T Mountain, spiritual treasures from all over, but nobody thought anything actually come from it. The project was just an excuse to keep that fanatical general busy. At least it was supposed to be. But one day, the statue started moving. It went berserk through the lab and went crazy on a ton of people. The bloodstains and old corpses in the shelter are probably the victims. Some people survived, but they had red bite-like marks on them. The thing went and wrecked the place. Then it stopped and never moved again. No one knows what even triggered it. That's about everything it said. Hiro and Daimon are white as a sheet. I probably am too. It's a hard story to believe, but he has no reason to lie to us. I think he speaks the truth. Are you kidding me? A statue going around killing people and cursing them. Impossible. We've seen 12 impossible things today. How do you explain the mark on his neck? Logic would dictate the moving statue he saw was the cannon soldier. Ugh. The dormant soldier suddenly starts moving after 50 years. That might be the cause of mine and Hiro's marks. What if you flipped that, though? Both of your grandpas got the mark from the cannon soldier. When the soldiers stopped moving, their marks disappeared. But with it started up again, you got them because you're their descendants. If that's true, then the children inherited their parents' fate. Hiro can't seem to muster up any kind of counter-argument. I think she's in shock. I want to ask you something, old man. You say the cannon soldiers stopped moving 50 years ago, but why? I think it was some spiritual person used a thingamajig to do something. So you have no idea. It's the most important part. Try to remember. It's not that easy, son. The mark might have made me forget. Taking his age into account, it's more likely it just completely slipped his mind. Seems we must defeat the cannon soldier to be free of our marks. We'll have to figure it out on our own if it can't be of more help. You seem a pro at this. Dumbass, we'll be relying on you. I don't have spiritual powers or anything, but you've already faced down 4 different spirits, haven't you? A normal person wouldn't have survived. It's true. Guess he's right. I've been hearing a mysterious voice a few times and having weird premonitions. I even caught myself unconsciously talking when we were down in the shelter. Yeah, maybe don't tell anybody that. Don't. So what are you folks going to do now? Good question. I feel like the soldier's not the answer. I don't know. Maybe? I think we need to know what the project... Let's investigate the project in the shelter. I feel like that'll be the key to the mark. Because then we'll understand what they were trying to do and maybe what they accidentally did. Going back. Alright, let's go back. Have to head out, but had to stop by. Love your stuff. Thank you. Thanks for joining us, Kino. Have a good one. We all share the same fate. Too late to try, run away. Alright, let's go. The heart of everything that's causing the curse. You need that to stop the cannon soldier. That's what my gut's telling me. What are you going to do then? I'm full now, so I was going to go take a nap in that park nearby. I'll sit and wait until you fellas do something about that soldier. Hey, this entire mansion's abandoned. Why don't you just live here? Didn't we just say it's too late to run away? Okay, I get it. Well, you folks did feed me, so I guess I can help you. We have showers, we have, like, make yourself at home, bro. Seriously, the owner's dead. It's yours now. I guess we're going back. I should have traded to the doctor. Oh, well. Now we should be able to unlock some doors. There we go. Okay. I can hear a victory chant coming from the other side of the intersection. I did just save. I shrug and keep moving forward. I take one step forward and an electric current runs through my body and my muscles seize up. You layabout, what are you doing there? You have time to be loafing around, do you? Recite this base's slogans at once. Cheer for the final battle in the homeland. Uh-oh. $100 million honorable deaths because they wanted everyone to die. Once more, declare our resolve to strike back with air raids. We won't lose even if our country's reduced to ashes. Show your determination. Oh, God. They really are going at it. Press your desire until we win. No. So, land of the gods is indestructible? No, because they knew they were going to die. Send forth fireballs. They didn't think they were going to win, and they didn't think they were indestructible. They thought they were all going to die. Oops. I got that one wrong. Maybe it was the gods one. Our army has fought bravely from the southern tropics to the northern Arctic, but the tide still hasn't turned in our favor. What do you think? Can we win this crusade? Okay, maybe I'm supposed to say we win, because this is supposed to be... If the kamikaze winds blow. In other words, if we kill enough of our soldiers. You're pretty promising for a new recruit. Keep a good eye on this squad. Farewell. Oh no. The door is stained with blood. Upon closer look, it's countless handprints. That's not good. Alright. When I turn the knob to go in, the door doesn't open. Huh, what's wrong? The door won't open. I'm sure I unlocked it, though. Turn the key again just to double check. Yeah, this one's different. What's going on? Try turning the knob slowly, but it stops moving halfway, as if someone on the opposite side is pushing against it to keep it closed. Seems the dead are rejecting us. Read all the records, speak to the woman. Okay, so this must be like the end zone. Kamikaze, it means divine wind. Kami meaning god, deity, kaze is wind, and the pilots that would fly into the enemy were kamikaze pilots. They were dying for the war, because there was no way they were fucking surviving if they threw their plane into the enemy. Alright, we gotta go poke back around. Let's keep looking. Abandoned skeleton. I managed to pry it out. The whole corpse looks like it might crumble any second. Got a worn-out talisman. That's good. I needed that. Was Walter here? That sounds like his handiwork. Man, a Silent Hill game in this style would be fun. It's part of the reason why I wish Silent Hill was successful and back again in a major way, because then we could get weird shoot-offs and side games like a visual novel. I want it. My uncle was an engineer aboard the carrier when a kamikaze crashed through her first elevator off Okinawa. Ooh, wow. God. Thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Music stopped. We're back, I think, where we were before. Yeah, this is the hallway with all the hair. I don't know if we need to explore this area. Maybe we do, actually, because it said something about talk to the woman. Ghost with long hair? Yeah, I know there's the play novel, but come on. I want something modern like this and Silent Hill theme. How cool would that be? Okay, yeah, this is all dead end. Like, Silent Hill as a concept could be adapted to so many different various things, but because, you know, when they started, the very time they started trying to do that around 2012 was the PSP game that fucked so bad, and it just didn't, it went downhill from there, because Konami was Konami, and hopefully is now a different Konami. Hopefully is run by somebody that's trying something different and is not an idiot. Human bones. Looks like the person was crushed to death. Something's written on the wall in blood. It says I. That's got to be related to Eisen? The thing? Talking about Origin? No, I'm talking about Book of Memories. The kind of first Silent Hill that wasn't a Silent Hill. And it wasn't... I don't know that it was poorly made, maybe. It was rushed, I think, for sure. And it was in a genre that a lot of people did not... Like, it was not even horror adjacent, really. It was like a dungeon something. It was a weird genre for Silent Hill. A Silent Hill visual novel as a shoot-off would make perfect sense. But that's not what they did. I don't actually know if Book of Memories was a failure, though, because theoretically, I think that genre and portable games in particular are so popular in Japan. I wonder if it didn't do well. This operating room in the southern section. This table is a body. Severed head, no surprise. A headless corpse is lying there. Top of the operating table. It's not missing not only its head, but it's all of its limbs. What kind of torture was this? A headless corpse. Going by what remains of its clothing, it was likely a woman. That actually got me. Rusted filing cabinet. Doors locked. Okay, no, I can't unlock anything with that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can really interact with anything in here. Maybe I just had to see the room. Or maybe I need to find another key somewhere else. The homeless man. So, you pick one teammate to come with you. And the others wait at the mansion. So he's back at the mansion. Okay, we've been in here. Presumably. We need to find more locked doors. I think we go back this way where we were. Go through this door and see what else is on the other side. Try this way. I think we went in here because there was that bones. Yeah, this is the old pathway. Then to the left is the door that won't open. To the right is the room that doesn't seem to have anything. So I guess we gotta go back this way. Though I guess I didn't examine this room. There are numerous footprints in the bloodstain on the floor. Are these human footprints or... No noise coming from this pipe. I'd guess no water's flowing through it. Go that way. Okay, this is the... We've been in this one. Let's go back. Go across the way. Gotta be more locked doors around here. I think these two... Yeah, I think those two opened. We went into them. Oh, no, wait, no. Maybe because it's a dead end, that means it was locked, and I can unlock it now. No, I was wrong. I went the wrong way. I've been here. Go forward. Now to the right. Okay, this was not locked. Oh no, let me out. Actually, nothing happened, so maybe I should... I guess I should look at it. God, it's creepy how they made it look like they're crying. Like, it really does kind of look like they're crying. Alright, let's go south. I like how the different intersections have different bloodstains to help us differentiate. Was this not where there was, like, air before? So nothing here. So there's nothing left in this area. Back this way. Yeah, those are the missing Buddha heads. We found them! Yay. Let's see. Let's get a hint, because I'm going to have to run at some point. Chapter 5, Soldier. Okay, wow, this is a big map. Okay, let's see if I can find... Looks like we need to go back to the laboratories. I don't think I have gotten all the things that are supposed to be in the labs. Maybe we were supposed to revisit some of the laboratories. Okay, no, that's that door I can't open. Okay, so now I know where I am. Which door is that? That is... Why can't you call it Bloody Hand door? What is eastern part southern dead end? Eastern southern dead... I don't... Okay. Alright, this is gonna be a lab. Right? No. Okay, this goes back to where we were. So now I know I'm in room 18. I think I need to go to room... let's see, 8. Theoretically... okay, that should be 15, that should be 14. That takes us through a door. If I go this way, we need to go all the way down to the end, I think. I think there's something I missed in here. Been a number of years. Nothing inside the cabinet. Okay. Did that. We did that. We did the bell. Went through that. We spoke to the old guy. Okay, we go south to room 11. Okay, let's go back, I guess, and see if I've done this part. This is definitely a confusing map, in part because it looks so similar, but also just like the way that this game's map works. Just does not work with my brain. Alright. Not that my brain works with much, really. Alright, that's E. Okay, that's on the map. I guess that's the exit. Go down one more. Yay! Lock door. Unlock the door. Thick iron door. Use the key. Oh no. That's one of the angry ones. You don't do those. That's not a happy Buddha. That's an angry Buddha. He got arms. Oh no. There's a single out of place Buddha statue. Its head has been cut off. Big iron box. What are these doing here? The box is packed with carelessly tossed Buddha statue heads. And also corpse heads. Also, there are corpse heads. A real, actual head can be seen among them. It's dry and mummified, but going by the long hair, it's probably female. Most likely one of the experiment victims. So this is where it was. Let's take it and bring it to its owner. I thought you'd say that. Just kidding, haha. I feel Hero's gaze on me. New info is added to the spirit file. I can only carry one head. I need to choose which one to take. It's gotta be the fresh one. Human head. It's gotta be like a fresh death happened, and that's what triggered everything to start again. It's a Buddha statue. The headless Buddha is covered in dust. There's a talisman stuck to the neck. Wish it'd let me look at it better. Maybe having her head will let me go into that one room. Alright, let's see what we do with the head. Okay, examine the Buddha, search the box. Go to room 13. Okay, room 15. Oh, we gotta go use the body, the head on the body of the person. Okay. So that was up behind us. Hi. How you doing? I'm fine. How are you? Just having a weird night carrying a lady's head. Corpse head. Yeah, you know how you do. Wonder what happens if you try to put a Buddha head on it. Does she just, like, rise up and murder you? Like, how dare you? You've created another monstrosity. Do we know who the divine voice is? He thinks it might be himself from, like, his memories or something. I'm sure there's something going on there. I don't know. Use head on person. The head I picked up earlier might fit on the corpse. Yes, attach head. Let's play Lego with this human. The human head fits the severed neck perfectly. The world suddenly distorts. Oh, Jesus. A horrific scene appears before my eyes. Is this the woman on the operating table? Some kind of experiment is being performed on her. I must be seeing the past. The sound triggers a change in views. Men in lab coats, holding surgical tools, but they don't look like they're alive. The ghosts of the researchers seem to be stuck forever in the nightmare of the past. I can hear the men whisper from my left side. Hey, she's awake. Don't worry, she'll be dead soon anyway. True enough. Then something else interrupts. You. This time it's a cold whisper from my right. You can hear me, can't you? Don't be afraid, soon. The voice on my right cuts off and I can hear the men in lab coats again. So have they been just, like, continuing the experiment? Oh, boy. Which of these tools do you want us to use to cut your neck? This is it for you, so we'll let you decide. It's got to be the chisel, because they mentioned using a chisel. Good answer. You're pretty smart. Unfortunately, you'll soon be saying goodbye to that clever head of yours. It's valuable material. We'll cut it off nicely. Shut up. You're just like a pig. This is why I hate handling women. Be patient. We've finally found a clue. Not yet. Wait. Now give you power. The whisper from my right falls silent. Yeah, I never dreamed breaking from our usual method would go so well. Hey, pig, do you understand? Do you know the correct combination of head and body for the heavenly Buddha? Female head, male body. Because the female is the spiritual being. Precisely, that's why we need your head. Gladly offer it up for the sake of our beloved country. The problem is the soul freshness. Regardless of refrigeration, it's all up to the quality of the cut. Though there are only so many available methods. This is all the equipment we have. Then to the freezer. The voices on the left cut out. A determined voice echoes in my right ear. Hate, hate, hate. Hate this whole world. Tear it to pieces. The power to do that. I'll give it all to you in the place where you hear me now. Hate them. Destroy them. Understand? Oh, damn. Good. Destroy them. When I return to my senses, I'm standing beside the operating table. Just then, something slides out of the hand of the corpse on the table. Small key. What I just saw, no more importantly, the voice that kept speaking from my right side. Who was that? You don't look so good. Did you see something weird again? Yeah, actually. I explained to Hiro what I saw. A horrible tragedy happened here in the past. It's possible that whatever triggered it might have been whoever that voice belonged to. Who cares about that? Erasing the mark is more important right now. You don't think they might be connected? Maybe. Hiro's right. This isn't helping us accomplish our goal. Isn't it? We need to search for whatever gave birth to the spirit. Couldn't it be this? Let's keep looking. That small key I found might belong to the cabinet here. Alright. It isn't coming yet. I glance over at Hiro. They don't seem to be acting differently at all. Death should be slowly closing in on us, but it seems we still have some time. What's important right now is making sure we survive. Inside is an old gun and some research records. Suddenly berserk, severe damage, sutra chanting, completely insane. Only those who made themselves deaf managed to remain sane. Half spiritualized like disposal vat needs sacred object. Attack. Destroy human head. The heart of all this need to destroy human head. That's all it says. Got gun with blanks, research record 3. Okay. Let's see. We did all that. Unlock the door. Okay. We need to go to room 23. Trying to make sure we follow everything, because, like, I want to get the good ending. Alright, I think we're in room 17 right now, so I need to turn right around. I think we're very close to the end. There's some fascinating shit in here. I could see doing a video on this. Like, God. They've really pulled it together into something really tragic and real, like rooted in history. Inside the room are a number of Buddha statues. They're all missing their heads. It seems this is where they stored the various statues they gathered through theft or donation. It feels like something's here. Maybe this is where the heart of the curse or the source of the spirit is. I brace myself for input for the other me. But it doesn't seem like that's happening. Does that mean I should already know? A statue with its head cut off. Looks like it held a weapon in its left hand. Yeah. Oh. It's a Vajravana statue. Vajravana. I recognize that name. Vajravana. Yeah, it's a Buddha. It's one of the... Ah, Bishamonten in Japanese. That's who that is. Okay. One of the things that makes studying Buddhism interesting and confusing is, depending on the culture and the language, they have, like, 12 names. Over here, he's that guy, and over here, he's that guy. Seems to be holding a Buddhist ritual implement. Statue with its head cut off, lying pitifully on the floor. In blood. The blood. Big iron box. Devoid of anything that looks like a keyhole, the box won't open. Take out the small key. Look for a keyhole. Don't find one. How does open box? Do I need to, like, punch it? Hammer it? I wonder, do I still have a hatchet? Let's see. We did that. I do have a sword. Maybe I should use sword on box. Oh, I have to... Okay. I have to examine every statue in the room. Statue that looks like a Vidya Raja or something. Yeah, they're not using the Japanese names here. They're using the Sanskrit names. It's a statue that looks like a divine general. It has armor from the Tang dynasty. That's a Chinese Buddha. It's a statue that seems to be a divine general. Its head has been severed. I search all the statues. Every statue here has a male body. Suddenly, there's the sound of movement from within the box. I manage to open the box. Sheets of white paper inside. They seem to be a multitude of talismans. Was something sealed here? Hero peers into the box inside beside me. Was something in there? Well, my voice sounds distant. The cause of the curse, what birthed the spirit. There's nothing like that here. No, there's nothing here. What? What do you mean? Then what's that in your hand? Hero is right. It's not true that there's nothing inside. There's one thing. I never would have expected something like this. Something that doesn't belong here. A box sealed by talismans has enshrined a Western-style cushion. That resembles the couch from the mansion, doesn't it? Hero sighs, disappointed. Guess we're out of luck. No way this thing gave birth to a spirit. True. But the state of this room and the voices. Something important was definitely sealed up in this place at one point. Yet there's nothing here. Was something sitting on the pillow? The thing we're searching for. Where the hell did it go? A long silence falls between us. It is then that a now familiar pain flares up. The mark burns scarlet. It is immediately dyed a deep crimson. Death is only a few minutes away. Ugh, what's going on? Is death closing in on us all of a sudden? No, it's... The spirit is here. Oh, damn. Uh-oh. We ain't getting away. Damn, look at that. A low sutra chant hum trembles the air. It feels like my whole body is numb. It may be because of that hum. I grab the gun, but I can't control my hand. It turns the gun toward my head and fires. The blank explodes. My consciousness fades. There's a strong ringing in my ears, and it's preventing me from hearing the sutra chant. Hero is clutching their head like they can't hear anything either. The numbness is faded. Hero shakes the bell. Nothing happens. The soldier yells, making my heart clench. I don't think I have an item I need. Palm pistol? I don't know. Maybe that's what I need. The bell. We don't have an injecting dagger. What's that? Shoot the palm pistol. It's wounded. The spirit fades and becomes intangible. Shake the bell. The soldier is wounded. Turns solid again. Injecting dagger? What is injecting dagger? I don't have an injecting dagger. Okay, this guide is definitely written off of, like, the fan translation or something. I need a guide that's actually for this version. I don't think I have all the items I need. Oh, man. I have a feeling we're gonna have to continue. Okay. Layer die. Nope, this is also for the fucking translation. Did nobody make a guide for this game after the translation came out? I guess we're just gonna have to try. Short sword. We don't have an injecting dagger. I'm guessing that we were supposed to find something. Comes intangible. Spirit turns solid again. I'm doing my best. I think we're gonna die. Oh, damn. What a fucking look. Rusty saber. And the bell. Spirit stops. I guess the attack finally worked. Out of nowhere, footsteps approach behind me. A voice yells comically, and whoever it is put their hand on my back. I can't take my eyes off the spirit before me. Banshee, is that you? What are you doing? Instead of replying, he shoves something into my hand. It's a large chisel with the grip stained in blood. This is... I found it in that room in the mansion. That family is associated. In that instant, I understand everything. The heart of the curse that we were searching for. The object that gave birth to the spirit. So it was kept in Cujo Mansion. Thanks, I'm going to use it. I grab the chisel and face the spirit. Alright, we gotta use the chisel. And the bell. Choose where to attack. For the good ending, we have to pick option 4. I jab the chisel at its right ear. It stares at me dispassionately. Finally, it smiles and disappears. The right ear? Why the right ear? The statue stops moving and collapses. It stopped, right? Seems so. But I don't got the mark anymore, so there's no doubt about it. But I do! Again, I'm the only one still cursed. So this isn't the last chapter. Glad I made it in the nick of time. If my legs weren't in such good shape, it would have been over for us. Thanks for saving us, but you know that was pretty reckless. I thought I said it's dangerous for a group of mark bearers to go somewhere haunted. Ah, yeah, you did mention something like that when I was eating. Completely slipped my mind. Tell us, old man, what happened at the mansion? I'm not quite sure myself, but I'll tell you what I know. After you left, I wandered the place looking for something to eat. My mark hurt like hell right by a room. I slipped inside and found a bunch of chisels and things. He must mean that room I found. I was kinda out of it because of the mark at that point, but I noticed one of the chisels was glowing all weird with a dark light. I knew right away it was hiding some awesome spiritual power. But what made you decide that you had to bring the chisel here? You seemed sure it'd be effective against the cannon soldier. I heard a voice when I picked it up. It reminded me of a lady, sorta. It said, to bring the chisel to you. And that's when it hit me. It was what I'd been looking for. Oh, that thing you mentioned in the car. The heart of the curse that created the spirit. Exactly that. So I hoofed it over to give it to you. When I looked through that room before, Yasuoka said the Kujo family used to create Buddha statues a long time ago. It's possible the chisel was used to create the statue that became the cannon soldier. I have a feeling it's much worse than that. I don't know what that voice was that he heard. Probably something like the mysterious voice that's guided me before. You know, I haven't heard it in a while. Nope. I want to bet their family was actually, like, the family that did all the torture and the murder. That's what happened. We were heading back to the mansion then? For one, I'm hungry. I bet Damon's worried too. I left without saying a word. Yeah. Searching for documents on the mark, carting all the statues out. It'll take more than a day to do all that. We should go back to the mansion and figure out what to do next. Yeah, for one, he still lost his memories. He's still got the scar. We don't know why there was the magical doll. Like, what is Mary? And the fact that there's this connection to living statues, living dolls. The family is at the heart of this. I wanted to examine this place. I glanced at the statue falling to the floor. Sorry, you'll have to do that another time. Yeah, seriously, after everything we've been to? Exchange not one word about this shelter to anyone else. I'm not going around telling people about this. I don't know why you would want to study the nightmares that happened here. Unless you were gonna, like, reveal it to the, like, bring it to light. But no one's gonna believe it. You don't legally live. Oh, bitch, come on. Okay, well, never mind. I take it back. I'll bring you food. Much obliged. Alright, fine. We have a living relationship. You study the nightmares. I'll live in the nightmare hell and eat food you bring me. It's a lovely relationship. Might be imagining it, but it feels like the air in here is a little less stagnant than it was before. Still full of corpses and dead people. Cannot be healthy living down there. Climb out of the manhole. Daimon runs up to us dressed in sweat. He looks even worse than usual. Probably shouldn't have run. I found you. Old man, why did you suddenly sprint out of the mansion? My mark's gone now, too. What in the world happened? I had something to give dumbass. Isn't that right? I guess. I'd rather not think of the consequences if you hadn't made it in time. I'm not sure I follow, but it seems he really helped you out. Well then, if I must do my investigation another day, are we splitting ways here? Our marks are gone now. Dumbass still has his, though. This always happens. I'm used to it. But now I might be able to change that. I finally discovered where the statues stolen from the shrine are. Yeah, he still thinks if he puts the shrine statues back, it'll be over, but that's totally not it. I'm glad for you. It's thanks to all of you. I'll figure the rest out by myself. You should all return to your regular lives. You're saying we should split up, then? You sure you'll be okay? Something will work out eventually. Besides, this is Sayakujo's dying wish. I want to respect it. How about the fact that you have amnesia so severe you forgot your own name? What if you just amnesia all of what's happened? And no one's left around to help you? Thanks, I'll head back then. I've been missing all those chemical smells from the lab. Weird. Not okay. Don't forsake your humanity over it and end up like Miss Zhu. Like I'd do that. It's not even funny. You want to research the military hell basement. I'm worried about you. Whenever you want to get those statues, I'll help out. Until then, see you. I guess she's still gonna help, sorta. I'll be off as well. Honestly, this has all put a strain on me. I'm barely staying upright. Yeah, go lay down, bro. Don't collapse on your way home. Hey, one day, I'm hoping to let the public know about the underground shelter. For the sake of the wandering souls without a proper burial. I'd like it if you helped with it. See you around. That's a good idea. I guess you could say that they were doing weird experiments without saying the experiments worked. Guess I'll go too. You're not returning to the shelter, are you? I'm not that brave. The soldier's gone, but there's plenty other things down there. I'll give it a few days to settle. So you're still planning on going back? I'm not sure I'd call that a smart move. Comes with living this kind of life. I'll bunker down in a park or under a bridge until things calm down. See you, dumbass. I have an empty mansion! Come live in the empty mansion. But they're trying to set you up to go alone. Something's gonna happen. I should probably head to the mansion myself. I've got to decide what to do next. I hear a voice calling from behind me. I turn to see Banshee in the middle of the road, staring intently at me. What's wrong? I remember now. His eyes are as wide as saucers. I forgot because of the mark, but I've met you before. I knew it. He's somehow involved with why all this started. What do you mean? Well, let me think. He scratches his chin. I know his memories are probably all a mess, having just gotten them back. But I don't have time to wait. Yes, we first met 5 years ago. That's when all the different curses and all the different deaths and everything, all of it goes back 5 years ago. And then again, 10 days ago, which is when all this immediately started. All the right now stuff. Been struck by lightning. I first arrived at Kujo Mansion 10 days ago. That means I met him before I lost my memories. I need to know, who in the world am I? I couldn't say. I wasn't interested in asking your name, and you didn't give it. Then tell me what you do know. Tell me about myself, please. Okay. I owe you for the food. What should I ask about? You showed up at the shelter. Wanted to know about the Heavenly Buddha Project. Gave me food. Actually, you were more focused on the Kucho family than the Cannon Soldier. Why did we talk about them? The head at the time was majorly involved in the project. He was famous for his spiritual power, so the army asked him to help. He loaned them a number of his family's prized sacred treasures. You really zeroed in on that bit. Something sacred from the family. The missing talisman from the shrine, because the shrine is her family shrine. Do you know what exactly the army got? Yeah, the shelter had a list. A mirror, a chisel, Buddha statues, cursed objects, and holy talismans. They were all returned to the family. Which means they're all in the mansion now. You kept popping by a few times until one day you just didn't. I only saw you next 10 days ago. Next is... I'd just seen the Cannon Soldier, and you can bet I booked it out in the manhole. I ran into you on the street. Had you treat me to food to celebrate. Thanks for that, by the way. Banshee's talking about the person I was before I lost my memories. It's weird to hear about myself this way. You'd mentioned you'd been overseas. You'd only come back recently about a month ago. And that's when I learned of the mark. You told me about it. It slipped my mind until just now. By that time, was my right arm... Yeah, it had the mark. You were acting all odd, though. You'd go to remember something, then stumble over the words. The curse was probably in the late stages. In fact, I'd completely forgotten my name and passed a few hours about after that. By the by, I've got something to tell you. This here Banshee Ito is of much noble character than regular folk. It's why I lead a detached life away from the world's vulgarities. What are you trying to say? I could be crazy desperate, but... I'd never shame my dear departed mom or divine providence. You understand? No, you lost me. I'm saying I'd never resort to stealing, even dying of hunger. Here, these are yours. He pulls out a wristwatch and a wallet. Each looks like an antique. They're inlaid with subtle designs. You forgot them at the restaurant. Let me see them. I grab them both and rush to open the wallet. But there's no ID inside. There was no driver's license or company car with an ID in it when you got it. Don't ask me. You said you forgot your old wallet somewhere and lost it. It was probably in there. I look at what else is in the wallet. Bills, coins, and a number of familiar business cards. Saya Kujo Spirit Healer. Those things. You tried to give me one. Told me to go there if I remembered anything, but I gave it back. I don't make a habit of carrying useless stuff. Saya Kujo's card was in my pocket when I first arrived at the mansion. Must have been the one Banshee returned. There's no doubt about it. I lost all my memories after I met Banshee. I've asked everything I want to know, but something's still bugging me. Did I say anything about the mark when you saw me 10 days ago? Well, I was so focused on eating, I wasn't paying full attention. Are you kidding? I was starving. You said the same thing as Hero about the Cannon Soldier. There's no way a human head on a statue will make it move. But it did actually move. That's what I thought too. And then, you said something strange. You said what happened 50 years ago wasn't because of the project. It was all because of her. Her? That's not all. You said she gave you the mark. That she loved watching you lose your memories and fear death. You made her kick the bucket once, but she came back to life. You said you needed to do the same thing done 50 years ago to get rid of her. My heart wants to beat out of my chest. I can feel sweat running down my face. There's no way I can keep calm. Before I lost my memories, I'd known who had cursed me with the mark. Hey, old man, who's she? Did I tell you? I wanted to know too, so I asked, but you couldn't answer me. I don't think you were trying to hide it. You just honestly didn't remember. Was that because of the mark? Well, that's about all I can tell you. Dumbass, we should get going soon. Go where? I'll tell you in your car. I'm real tired of standing. I'd like to sit for a bit. There's no point arguing here. I'll get it out of him once we're in the car. getting mysterious. Curiouser and curiouser. There's still that room downstairs, too. The bloody doors that we couldn't open. Clambers in the back seat. Heavy scent fills the enclosed space. I can finally catch my breath. Now then, driver, take us to the forest by the castle. We keep coming back to this forest where the shrine is. I drive down the familiar road. All lights along the way are strangely green. We reach our destination without me having to slow down the car once. The engine chugs along. I feel the wheels of fate turning like those on the car I'm riding. 10 days ago, I promised, in exchange for you buying me an extra order of almond jelly, if you did forget everything, I'd take you to the shrine. Sounds like I prepared for everything. But if I was that careful, why didn't I leave myself a clue? Why prepare if I was going to forget? Did the curse progress faster than expected, so there wasn't time? Or did someone get rid of it? But if I had business at the shrine, why didn't I go there while I still have my memories? Something about timing. Waiting for some magic summer cleaning to clear away impurity. Suddenly my old self echoes in my head. I speak the words out loud slowly as realization dawns. The summer purification rites. They are rites held at shrines to exorcise evil. On the last day of June, you pass through woven reeds to cleanse yourself. I was trying to use that ritual to exorcise the impurity. Ah, gotcha. Luckily today is the 1st of July, so the rites or whatever are done. Should be no problem now. Exorcise the impurity, huh? What kind of impurity was I trying to cleanse? The more I learn, the less I understand. My previous self is like a complete stranger. Hello, welcome. Come at quite an intense moment. We're finally gonna get some answers, maybe, possibly, eventually. How many times have I come to this forest now? The creepy arch and thick trees look the same as always. You know where the shrine is, yeah? Lead the way. You've never been there? First I heard of it was 10 days ago. Yeah, it's not exactly a popular place, is it? Banshee and I push through the vegetation and make our way down the trail. Pass under the stone torii gate. The mirror's back, which we already knew. Some of the Buddhas are back, but that one piece is missing. Finally arrive at the desolate H shrine. The few headless Buddha statues that are left shine in the light of the flashlight. So the statues used in the project were stolen from here? Yeah, that's right. Is it really true the statues are connected to the mark somehow? I've considered the possibility the mark was caused by their divine wrath, but 10 days ago... You said what happened 50 years ago wasn't because of the project, it was because of her. This course I've been following this whole time, that at some point I had to have been fed some huge lie. But what could it be? A shudder runs through me at the thought. It feels like I'm looking into the depths of hell. You said 10 days ago that the altar holds something important. Something about needing to keep it here to exorcise the impurity. He approaches the small altar and puts his hands on the sliding door. Huh? What's going on here? The thing's empty. Yeah, it was empty when we came here too. It was already gone when I was here earlier. That's darn weird. You said there was a cloth pouch. What was inside? A small fist-sized statue and Nenji Butsu. It's the Go Shintai for the shrine. The Kujo had used it in the shelter to stop the mess 50 years ago. And again, it's the Kujo family. They must have strong ties to the mark. Well, that's about all I can do for you. At least it was enough to pay off the dessert. We should head back, son. Right. I'm still unsure about what my old self was thinking, but it's clear whatever plan I had didn't work. Where did the Nenjibutsu go? Someone's been interfering in the background. Someone is messing with things. I feel reluctant to go. I keep turning to look toward the shrine. Each time I do, Banshee hurries me on to the forest entrance. Well, this is where we part ways. You're not going to ride back with me? I'm gonna be honest with you, I got a bit car sick on the way here. Flat roads were fine, but the curves and hills did me in. I just got a nice meal and I'd hate to throw it up, so I'll walk back. But it's pretty far from here. Kids are such wimps these days. When I was young, I used to walk across the Himalayas all the time. This ain't nothing. His laugh is loud enough for the whole forest to hear. He waves and leaves me alone. Once he's out of sight, I get into the car. I pull out of the deserted parking lot and drive back to the mansion. As I count the streetlights passing by, I go over everything Banshee told me. 50 years ago in the shelter, the cannon soldier went berserk, but it wasn't because of the army's experiments, it was her. The army was unable to stand up to the threat of her and the soldier, but the Kujo family used the Nenji Butsu to settle everything. However, she still exists in this time period. She was the one who gave me my mark. Before I lost my memories, I was planning on using the Nenji Butsu like they did before. I left it at the shrine so it could be cleansed of its impurity, but somewhere along the line it went missing. The past me probably couldn't have predicted that would happen. I'm almost back at Kujo Mansion. As my drive comes to an end, I focus on what the most important detail is. That's right, who she is. I have a hunch about her identity, but I can't be sure yet. And that definitely proves that she was there. 50 years ago, she made the cannon soldier move down in the shelter. The Kujo family's head sealed her. They would have brought her to the mansion. The sacred objects for the project, of which she was one, were returned to the Kujos. I grip the steering wheel tighter. If there were any way to defeat her, it just has to be in the mansion. I don't have any solid proof, but the fragments of my memories are whispering to me. I think I know what's going on. The entrance doesn't look any different. My mark burns. The sharp pain nearly brings me to my knees. It seems she has no intention of hiding her presence any longer. Pillow is a dead giveaway. I think there was some clues ahead of that too, but the pillow is what seals it. It's Mary. It's the doll. Do we think there's much left? I don't know if chapter 6 is going to be long or not. Let's see, epilogue. Okay, so if you save everybody, chapter 6, I think. Okay, no. I don't know. This part's short? Okay. The doll, who's been lying to us all along. I like that twist. So we meet again. Mary's voice is soft. I know now. Behind those words is hidden an intense lust for blood. You came back to life rather quickly. You gave me nearly a whole day, more than enough time. I admit that Rabbit's attack surprised me, but unexpected events can themselves be rather enjoyable. When I had brought Mary to the shrine, we caught sight of the rabbit there. It might have suspected Mary's true nature. That rabbit, its great love for you, pushed it into recklessness. What was that rabbit really? Determine that for yourself. Who are you? Know that, and the answer will come. Though it is impossible so long as you bear the mark I gave you. Mary gave me the mark. I had a hunch, but hearing it from her lips fills me with dread. Just what are you trying to accomplish? Dragging the living to the depths of despair before killing them. I believe I explained that it is a spirit's utmost desire and joy, and I had your cooperation with achieving that. Cooperate? That's ridiculous. Oh, have you not realized yet? You did bring those pathetic mark-bearers directly to the spirits, did you not? They feared the spirit's existence, trembled in the face of death. I savored the taste of that fear and despair. Most delicious. You had all of us help out, just to terrify the mark-bearers even more. Clearly, I could have waited for the curses to complete if I only wanted them dead. That is not the only lie. Mark-bearers must stay in small groups, do not contact outsiders. All my instructions were to drive you into a state of emergency, and not once did you doubt me. I bet she's telling me all of this, because she wants me terrified with how hopeless the situation I find myself in is. I'm frozen in place, and I know my face must be as pale as death. She must be loving this. Don't tell me you created all those spirits, just to accomplish that. Indeed, when Lady Christie believed divine wrath was the cause of the mark, I had never been more amused. Her foolishness was so delightful I just had to come along with you. So you lied. Of course. How could a pile of broken statues possibly do anything? I could be imagining it, but I feel like she hesitated for a moment there. 50 years ago, I was sealed away by the head of the Cujo family. I woke here 5 years ago. At the time, I was still unable to speak and communicate, but it seems my awakening alone caused a number of ripples. Those who died unfortunate deaths on cursed land became monstrous spirits. The H elementary abuse, the honeybee mass suicide, Seiko's assault and suicide, they all happened 5 years ago. I finally regained my full power a little over a month ago. Then the Buddha statue connected to me 50 years ago began moving. The woman killed by the statue was also influenced by my power. That must be the cannon soldier and Zukawa. Zukawa believed it was divine oracle from the soldier when it had really been Mary. She did as the great Asura said and transformed herself into Miss Zu. Once my strength returned, I again bestowed my power on spirits. It connects humans to me and manipulates them into a panic. The mark. I know you've been toying with us, but was there really a need to make us be connected to you in some way? Of course. By being in direct contact with you, I could taste your fear. Even now, are you scared of me? Lord dumbass. So you are terrified to the extent that it steals your speech. That's not what okay. Oh. Her porcelain face cracks. Ever since you declared that you would fight the mark, I have waited eagerly for this day. Over the past 10 days, I have tasted your fear through the mark. Thick and syrupy, as sweet as honey. Each savored morsel made me want to smash you to pieces. But I waited. I am not so foolish as to kill a goose that lays golden eggs. But I cannot take it anymore. Like crushing a ripe fruit and sipping its juices, I want to break you down and savor your sweet fear. Girl, what are you? Explain! Where did you come from? Why do you exist? Mark has died. Alright. My thoughts blur together suddenly. What happens to a mark bearer right before dawn? I've seen it many times. Is that what's happening to me now? Wait for me. I'll kill... I can hear Mary stand up over by the sofa. At this rate, the rabbit's fate will be mine, too. I have to run away. check within the red in my room. Has that been Saya this whole time? Something whispers in my ear. That's right, that voice. What does my room mean? Who did the voice belong to? She said it was someone who loved me. Saya. Saya Kujo knew me. That's how I'm connected to the Kujos. That's how. That's how dumbass is connected to the Kujos. Check the red in my room has got to be her blood. I sprint at full speed up the stairs and fly into Saya's room. Much like the entrance hall, it's dark. The voice said, check within the red in my room. Is something there? But where should I look? I bet you Saya might have the ninjutsu. Saya Kujo's bloodstain is still on the floor. It's obviously dry by this point. There might be something lying on top of it. I can't be sure as it's too dark. Nothing was there last time I was here. Picking it up, I discover it's a small pouch. Inside is a hard, thin object. I move over to the moonlight to see it better. Yep. It's beheaded. It's a small Buddha statue. It can't be. Is this the Nenjibutsu? It seems to be stained with blood, and I get an ominous feeling from it. Look at all the black hair tied on it. I see the word for flower? Is that flower? The impurity hasn't been exorcised yet. I instinctively know the instant I see it. My mind is suddenly flooded with all my memories of the ninjutsu, one after another. 50 years ago, the head of the Kujo family used this to steal Mary's power. He put the ninjutsu inside her to seal her. Then about a month ago, someone took it out. That person was me. Because of that, Mary regained her powers. The ninjutsu in my hand looks exactly as it did back then, full of impurity. Impurity that's built up from sealing Mary's power for 50 years. To cleanse it, I left it at this uncontaminated shrine. It would take time to exorcise all the impurity. It's already July. The summer purification rite is over. So why is it still impure? The object the rabbit had in its mouth. It could have been carrying the pouch then instead of the master key. Then the ninjutsu was taken away from the shrine before the beginning of July. Maybe the rabbit saw Mary by the shrine and was scared she would find it. So it had no choice but to steal it away. The door to the adjacent room opens. Mary must be looking for me, but she can sense the presence of mark bearers. What's going on? Wait, is it possible Saya's blood is protecting me? Bring it to where I met my end. Voice whispers in my ear again. If this isn't where the voice owner died, they must have met their end elsewhere. Only one other place. While Mary is in the room next door, I sprint down to the entrance hall. The rabbit. I make a beeline to Mary's sofa and the spot where the rabbit died. The voice that spoke to me and helped me every time a spirit was closing in. If Saya was working through anything, it must have been the rabbit. Sensing something, I look down at my hand. The ninjutsu's impurity is gone. Is this what you've been telling me, Saya? I speak to the departed woman who's guided me as I struggled without memories. Put the ninjutsu, the source of the doll's curse, press it to the black mark. Then the whispers stop. The floorboards creak ominously. I raise my head to the staircase rising into the darkness before me. A dark figure stands on the landing. I found you. The mark scorches me. My head goes blank. Mary's coming closer. My body won't listen to me. Ah, Lord, dumbass! Mary closes her hands around my neck. She's trying to kill me. I squeeze the Nenjibutsu and the fog that's impeding my thoughts lifts. It's still a struggle to think. I should be able to move my arm now. Put the Nenjibutsu on the source of the curse. I only have one chance. Where should I stick that? Oh no, where do I put it? Right arm? Okay, on the curse, on the bite. Thank you! I managed to drag my impossibly heavy arm and stick the Nenjibutsu on Mary's right arm. Right! Hers is on there. She's hiding it. But I'm sure that's where the black mark was. Oh boy. Marks bloom on Mary, one after another. They're all the color of blood. It's like they're the curses of those she killed.